Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. If you're here, make sure you like the video quick time, because as soon as you do that, then even when I ask later, you don't even have to bother. So yeah, but yeah, we got a little bit to talk about. I know Amorim just made some comments in the press conference talking about that explosive rant he said when he booted up the TV, breaking up the gaff. And there's little updates as well. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know by now, but we're here to talk about it. You got Garnacho, you got Dorgu, you got Rashford, there's Cunha stuff, and all little bits and bobs really surrounding Man United. So just a little bit of an update. Why not go live, talk some crap, talk to the people, and move on from there? But yeah, is my camera a little bit too close? I'm not even too sure. If it's too close, let me know in the comments as well, because it's nice to know when people want to have like a, I don't know, I like it when it's more zoomed out. It looks like I'm less taking up the camera and all that crap. Big up Certified in the building. Big up anyone else as well. And then, yeah, simple as this. I need to get a move on, but there's little updates. Fabrizio is going to keep doing this recycling thing as he loves to do. Always does it. Always does it. He did it earlier. How about this? Go look at his tweet from, I think it was last night. Maybe it was like 12 a.m. UK time, and you'll see the exact same tweet he posted literally about 5-10 minutes ago. We know that the Dorgu deal got rejected, which is normal in business. You're not going to go and throw, all of it up front unless you're desperate. And then also at the same time, we already know the other list, Alvaro Fernandez, whoop-de-doo. We already know that list. It's nothing new. So it is what it is, really. But we'll still talk on it regardless. Amrim's comments, which were rather interesting, I must say. I'll go through every single one of them. Rather interesting. Death Slayer, big up yourself as well. Big up Paddy B as well. Big up yourself. Cass, did you check if Mons followed you? How about this? I think Mons, I don't know what it was, but Mons said he redirected. Not that it really matters anyways. And then it didn't jump over. So it is what it is, really. But we'll just go from here. It's still 30 of you in the house straight away. So it's nice considering the channel size. So, but yeah, where is this? Oh, you know what? Don't tell me I've already come off of it. Regardless of that, I thought there was kind of a couple comments which I don't know. This guy, Amorim, I think he might be the biggest, like he might be the master of deflection, I don't know what courses he's taken with in the school of Mourinho or whatever he was doing university, college. But this guy's like he's mastered how to talk to people, how to talk to the press. He's very open and honest, and everyone appreciates honesty. Because there's no point beating up behind. Like I don't like beating around the bush. For me, it's like you shouldn't always say what's on your mind. But I feel like I am one of those people that does say, like I feel like I am one of those. So it's just so I can kind of resonate with it. So, but for me, anyways, it's interesting how he deflect. I thought I don't know how he comes back from this one, considering how the British media is. And how they operate. So yeah, man. I'm gonna read a couple out because the first one was talking about his outburst. Of course, of saying the worst ever Man United team. He said, first of all, I want to talk about that. I was talking more about myself than the players. And then he says, it's more for me, talking more about me than the players. Now, I don't know how that makes any sense. I'll be totally honest. I don't know how you say the worst Man United team and say that. How can you talk about yourself? How does that make any sense? You're not playing the football team, or was he talking as a collective? I have no idea. But yeah, let me keep it moving. Then he said, if you look around when I speak, every time you push about the players not being good enough, I take the spotlight away from the players, which he does. And actually, I spoke about that yesterday even. I said, I understand I gave you the headline, but I get frustrated sometimes. And I think that again, it's good to have clarity. Like if you like, you can't lie all the time, because you know how many times us United fans, or you know what, you just have to be a rival fan. You just have to be a fan of any situation, even in basketball, football, anything, normal everyday life, your own teams. Look how, for United fans, anyways, for me, Ten Hag, look at his press conferences. Look how annoying it really was. He would say something and make it about himself. What I did, I won this, I won that. Nothing really on praise on the players. But at the same time, when it comes to his press conferences, he was just the biggest liar, and he used to annoy us a lot. And we was all screaming, "Oh, we want the truth. We need this. We need that." You know, and it's just like, how can this guy keep lying to the fans? But as soon as a manager is truthful about everything and the situation and whatnot, regardless if the players take it left or right, who cares? It's no different. He's being honest. And you know, something that we like as human beings is honesty. You can't, what can you do? Can you get mad at the truth? So this whole outrage with Jamie Carragher, you know, on Monday Night Football, breaking it down how much he needs to. You don't even see journalists getting onto Amorim too much about this, because I feel like journalists respect that he was just honest. Yes, he gave them his headline, but he was honest about it, and they know it. He's not hiding behind anything. Of course, you can deflect away. It's not like he was talking about an individual player. Then that's a different story in itself. He's talking about as a collective. That's easy to see. But you know, there's always that one that wants to take it far beyond. We already know what Jamie Carragher's all about as well. I don't think he's a bad pundit. I think he's quite a good personality on TV. I quite like listening to him myself at times. So I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I can't bother to start giving him names and all that. It's easy, isn't it? It's just he's doing what his job requires. A little bit what we do on YouTube. So yeah. Cass, your BFF candidate is a candidate to take over Dortmund. That got actually rubbished by Laurie Whitwell earlier, but it's funny that he was even talking on that situation. So it makes me think, is Laurie Whitwell still got buddies or buddied up with Ten Hag and his little posse? So that's again, now I'm kind of side-eyeing. Why do you know that information? It's not about Man United. How have you still got his links? Carragher usually has good takes on United, but I think he's wrong on Amorim. I think he's wrong as well. Big up Martial, number 9 as well. Martial, come on, repping all the time. Man United will sign a new left wing back while talks for Patrick Dorgu continue. Alvaro is another option. Yeah, but we already knew this, innit, Game of TV. I appreciate you for doing that. Oh yeah, obviously with the clause as well. What's all this? This says our form is diabolical. It is diabolical. It's not anything you can just wash away, but I just can't stand this whole thing. It's your formation. You need to play a certain way and then go and do what you need to do. Because then you're not exposing the players for their weaknesses. I know you need to play sometimes to their strengths. But right now, we're getting a move on with a team, or trying to at least. And the guys exposed that these players are just not good enough. Don't give them new contracts. Look what happened with Bruno Fernandes. He got an extension. Probably had to keep him happy. Probably doesn't suit the team either, in as a whole. But he's the least of our worries at the moment. I think there's more to it than that as well. So it's just is what it is. Who knows? If let's say Ten Hag did stay, let's say Ruud van Nistelrooy was on, let's say if he did continue with the team, we could have had this run anyways. It's easy said than done, and saying, oh, if you went to a back four, played this way, and that you wouldn't lose as many games, maybe, but maybe we don't win some of these games. Maybe we don't go and have a performance against a top side. I think one thing that we have learned is that United can play against these top sides, and the Amorim is tactically comfortable when it is a team against one another. You know, it's not just counter-attacking football. There's more to it. So yeah, his press conference was masterful. I agree. This guy has got degrees, abilities. You know, I feel like recently, like even my own, I don't know if anyone, let me ask you a lot of questions. I'm going to go back to the comments, by the way. So if you want to skip this part, skip it by 2 minutes or a minute, and then I'll go back onto it. So in case you don't want to hear. But I remember, if anyone's been around long enough, when I first started on YouTube, like even for myself, I was only 25, 26. So not that long ago, to be fair. I'm getting old. I'm 29 soon. Even though some of you say, oh, you're still young. Nah, for me, in my mind, it's old. Shouldn't think like that. When I first come on YouTube, I was a hothead. I would react to everything. Like comments, don't get me wrong. I still react to some comments that are nasty. I don't like washing it away. It needs to be dealt with there and then, in my opinion. But one thing I've learned is composure. And I thought, like, even recently, I would say this year especially, I've learned a lot of composure to relax and probably just talk that. You don't need to shout all the time, innit? You don't need to shout. You can shout when you get hot, whatever. Your head will get burst out. It is what it is. But this guy, yeah, and I feel, you know what? I rate myself for that composure levels. But Amorim, yeah, Amorim is this master of it. Pep Guardiola is another one of them. He's sick at it. He's the biggest deflector ever. Like even Arteta to a degree. Arteta is just a myth. He's just a myth. He's just a liar. He's a liar. Can't believe anything he says. So everyone's got their own separate ways of doing things. But what I like it is Amorim is being so honest at this moment of time. It's just like you can be honest, but you can be likable. Even if you say something that's negative, you can also still be likable at the same time. And I feel like he's got that gap and he's setting the precedent early that he will be honest in these press conferences and he will protect his players. But remember, he spoke as a whole. Anyways, to keep going on, Harry Maguire said quite a few different things that I'm not going to read on. To take over, he says, I'm not taking responsibility away from the players. So accountability is something we do also ask for. What I'm saying is the message you guys show is I'm putting it on the players. In the moment, we are performing really bad and our results are really bad in the moment. It's everything together, the players, the staff, and I'm the biggest responsibility for the results. Again, taking accountability, and he's taking it as a collective. And there's another one that I did like as well, beyond that, from one of his, obviously from a few of his comments, which is like, you'll understand in a second when I do read it. So, and I like the comment a lot. Big up, Cass. I hope we see some movement today. I'm going to be honest, Golang. I think we see the same. I believe we're not going to see anything until Friday. I think, you're going to see Anthony get on a plane after maybe tomorrow, Friday, off to Betis. I think the Dorgu stuff will be agreed by Friday, in my opinion. This secret deal, we'll see what happens. But I don't think anything happens the next couple of days. Of course, there's going to be these aggregators. There's going to be recycled news said in different words. United is still, like Napoli's still pushing for Garnacho. Chelsea readying a bid, which we already know potentially. Even along the lines of like other players on different lists and Dorgu updates. And I'm pretty sure that's what I'm here to do, really, is just give you updates of what's gone on today. So I don't believe there's going to be much going on. He said, talking about his Old Trafford form, he says, I think that is clear. I could say different things and say no, but we are more nervous playing at home than away. We lost 4 games in 5. So it's getting harder, but we can improve. We need the first thing in mind. They cannot score. We need to score the first goals. On the Storm, the most important thing is to think that we can improve right away in the next match. I don't even need to say the rest of it as well on top of that part. He says, if you want, I can be delusional, which I get called all the time on YouTube, by the way. All the time. We all call each other delusional and say different things. It's a good thing to be honest with you, which is nice to say. It says, beyond that, there was another headline. He says, this is what he said about Brighton. He says, I didn't think. That's why. I'm a young guy, and sometimes I make a mistake, and that's why I don't speak after the game. This game, I needed to talk. Maybe it was a mistake. Then I get more nervous and go to the conference really nervous and say things you shouldn't say. I don't promise I won't do it again. I don't know, but I will try to improve. And there was another comment he said. I haven't brought it up yet, but the thing is, he said there was another comment. He said he already told the team, obviously, when he's smashing up the room and whatnot, he already told the team how he felt. So it's not like he said something in the press conference that they don't already know. He probably said to them in the changing rooms, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to be totally honest about it. And I'm going to be totally honest about you guys. I'm going to be totally honest about myself. And I'm going to share my feelings. So when you talk about losing a dressing room, you'd lose a dressing room if you didn't say, if you can be honest with players and whatnot, you can gain their respect or you can crumble and you can cry like one of them did. Yeah. But, it's not like not like it doesn't have open dialogue. We used to love Mourinho for this stuff. So maybe it's a Portuguese thing. Maybe they're very honest people, like Dutch people, very honest and open. And I rate that. What's this? This is new. Mark Ogden from, I believe where's he on again? ESPN. The Glazers never wanted Man United linking up with the other investment, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because they didn't want the United squad to see how good the facilities were. I don't, compared to theirs, the Glazers feared a potential mutiny. I'm telling you now, they don't give a crap. Even if they saw it, they couldn't give a crap. I wouldn't believe none of it, anything that Mark Ogden says anyways. He's a journal that was good about 5, 6, 7 years ago, and he's washed. And that's not even me backing the Glazers. It's just it's just calling out bullshit. Anything that can be put negative on United right now is going to get you clicks. So yeah, big up main event. Get some questions in. Get yourself involved. Like I said, even if anyone's got this far later, obviously watching it back, comments. Obviously, don't be shy. Comments afterwards. I'll reply to you, and yeah, I'll look back if there's any conversation to be had. Big up main event. Midori's in the building. Love to see that. Amorim's like one teacher who's your friend and he's happy. And if you don't want to get him mad, because you'll see a different side. Yeah, you could go down. this is why I like Ange as well. Ange don't really make mad excuses. He's just honest. And they say, oh, he's a likable guy. He's like, yeah, mate, like da 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 da. But this is why I like Ange, because he's old school, he's honest. He doesn't say things incorrectly either. And obviously, you get the ick if you keep losing. Maybe 18 months on of being in a tenure like Tottenham, you're going to get mad. But I like Ange for that simple reason as well. Dorgu is 35. Alvaro is 15 in terms of how much we need to get him. Sign both. I said this. So I would love to actually talk about that now as well. I would love to have a little conversation about that. Oh, shit. Amorim has the arrogance of Mourinho. A big up for the super chat, man. You always a keen super chat, so I appreciate that very much. Has nothing to back it up. His acting on the sidelines where he stares at the ground in deep thoughts is cringeworthy. The Portuguese Graham Potter, and I don't like that comment. I like the fact that you super chatted, obviously, but I don't like that comment. Crazy, the Portuguese Graham Potter. You are insane. Because even Graham Potter under Brighton, he was struggling to score. All the nice, pretty football, but just couldn't. They didn't score as much. Didn't have what the team that they had today as much. But yeah, big up for the super chat, man. 7-inch, man. You're insane, my bro. Tom Biscoff was announced by Bayern yesterday. Yeah, I said to you. Remember, I said that Bayern were looking at him on the transfer. So that's from what you lot were telling me in the comments. A couple of you knew about him. He seems to be quite a good player. I ain't judging Amorim till these scrubs that get shipped. That's the angle I'm at. And again, anyone against the manager, you can go police. I mean, so you can go support the way you want to support. If you don't think the manager's good enough, fair enough. I won't agree with you. I kind of find it mad that how people can't give someone time that doesn't have their players in at all. And you know that this squad is crap. I know you want results, but are you willing to go through hurt? That's that, like, and if you say yes, you're not willing to go through her. Look, I'm not here to police how you don't want to support Man United at all. Just, I think it's I can get my head can get hot and just say you're not a United supporter, but at the same time, you might have different ideas. You might see something a little bit differently. But I just find it mad how no one can get behind the manager knowing there's a clear issue in many departments at the moment, especially on the field. Off the field is getting sorted slowly but surely, but no one wants to see that. It's up to you. You give a Michelin star restaurant moldy ingredients, you're getting dross food. What an analogy! Giving him these players and let him cook. Exactly. Big up Rana in the building as well. We got Victor Yokeres in the building, people. We got Victor Yokeres. Say hello to Victor Yokeres. I understand. I'm ready to help the Red Devils in these tough times. Yeah, man. Big up Cass, man. Big up Sophia, man. I need to get you on the channel. By the way, you still run, Sophia. You still run your Man United stuff, don't you? So you know you can always shout me. By the way, I said the same to Jarvis. So if you remember Jarvis Cocker, his name is. He gets a lot of the old United heads on as well, like Manx and people that have been season ticket holders for ages. I'm gonna get on that channel as well. Start talking with a lot of the older heads, people that got mad stories, and whatnot. So if you ever do need me, just shout me whenever you want. You got my number. I support Ajax. Yeah, he's an Ajax supporter. Big up Country. Big up Casanova. Lego as well. Obviously, he was here before. Mapuka. Is that how you say your name? Mapuka. Let me know how I say your name correctly. Big up Ibish, my guy. Yeah, man, my guy, man. Come on. Love to see you here, man. Ibish he's been supporting for a minute. Remember, Ibish, we nearly fell out. Remember before when I was mad negative on United, like, all right, situation where I think you believed in Ten Hag more than I did. Do you remember that one? I remember the DMs or something. I'm pretty sure. Cass, stop talking to smaller channels, bro. You're a big name now. Keep growing. What? No. That's the total opposite. I'm not a big channel. Or big name or anything like that. I want to grow, but like. You got to understand, like, I know what position I'm in now in terms of I never view myself as a big name on YouTube. I still think I'm very small. You got your size and whatnot, but you have to, like, at the same time, if you can help someone and you enjoy conversations with other fans, period, you go and do what you need to do. I don't mind jumping on other channels. Don't ask for no money. Don't ask for none of that. Sophia has got a good opinion. She's always here. Like, you got to show the love and you got to show the community what's good. So I disagree with that comment. But yeah, you shouldn't think like that, man. Like, don't think when you got there, you don't think about everything else. There's other people wanting to grow. They just haven't had their moment yet. I don't think I've had my moment at the moment. I still think I'm small. I'm a small name. Who am I? I've got 32,000 subscribers with Mons and Stats, 33 on the other channel, and this one's only got a handful. So yeah. But regardless of that, let's talk about Dorgu. Patrick Dorgu, right? I think that the deal's going to get done, but I want to link this with what Fabrizio has obviously reinstated that we already know is Alvaro Fernandez. Is if this guy, if Ineos are serious sometimes and doing a squad planning thing and know we'd probably need more than one wing back, why don't we go and get Alvaro Fernandez as well? Why not? You know, like Dorgu can play both sides, and it's like we could talk about lack of options. You know, Malassia's gone. Malassia's gonna go, or he's just being frozen out, just not used. Fair enough, right? You got Patrick Dorgu there. He's like, of course, he can play both sides. He's gonna come. Like, let's be real. He's gonna join Man United probably early next week. Maybe a fee or something might be agreed or finally agreed by Friday. Maybe even tomorrow. Could be later on. But we're talking about sorting out both sides. I don't know if they're long-term solutions at all, but right now, when you look at United, we really need width. So you can even play Dorgu on one side or Alvaro on the other side. And then all of a sudden, you can start using, Lindelof's always injured, and then that means you can use Mazraoui and Delo and actually give them rest. They can play wide centre-back if need be. They can also fill in to the end of the season playing wing-back, and I'm pretty sure we'd all be happy. Do you know what I mean? I would be happy having those options because in the summer, people, we know we just signed Pedro Leon, right? That youngster, but give him time to develop. He needs to get used to life in England as well. He needs to get used to life anywhere. You might need a loan. He might not even be that good. We never know at that part. Like for anyone that joins Man United at that part, Patrick Dorgu could flop for all we know, right? But I think we should go get Alvaro as well. If we sell Garnacho and loan out Malacia, Rashford, whoever else, right? Little pretty penny there, here and then. You could spend three times as much. I said times three, one idiot. From what Garnacho is going to get sold. So that means, and there's a buyback clause there for 16 million. You got Dorgu there for 30 to 35. All of a sudden, you ain't even spent, you spent pretty much maybe under 50 or 50, and you can still go get a Cunha. You know what I mean? And that means you've got 100 million sorted there and then, or maybe a little bit more potentially. It's a no-brainer for me. I think it would just needs to happen. I like you can still go get your long-term options as wing backs in the summer. You can still target there. You got two cheap wing back options. You can still look. Southampton going to get relegated. We're highly hot for someone like Tyler Dibbling. Go and get Tyler Dibbling then. He's not going to cost you more than 25, 30 million. Harvey Barnes went for similar price to Newcastle when they got relegated. Dewsbury Hall, same thing. When they got relegated, he was like 30 million. You're going to get Tyler Dibbling for a cut price. They said they don't want more than 55 million from this window. So when you get relegated, then how much is going to be worth? And then that sorts out like the 10 right wing back solution. That's kind of done. You've got a hot prospect and he's techie and he's really good at football. And we saw what he did to Lisandro Martinez. We'd be serious to go and do that. And then if there's a left-hand side, you don't even need to focus on that. You got imagine, you get like we all talk about Nuno Mendes, right? We'll see what happens. Cut price again, 1 year left on his deal. You can still go and get him. You could literally have Mendes, Dorgu, Alvaro Fernandez, and also Tyler Dibbling, all for the price of cheap, basically. Mendes, Tyler Dibbling, maybe 100 million altogether if you add that all together. Not like these 50, 60, 70 million pound players. I just think it's a no-brainer. You've sorted out the wide space. It's sorted. You don't even have to worry about it. You got Dorgu for left and right. Can cover left centre back if need be, but then you also got Tyler Dibbling, and who also can interchange with Ahmad if need be, right? And then on the left-hand side, you got Nuno Mendes and you got Alvaro. Alvaro is always one of our youngsters that we had, so that solves a lot. Tyler Dibbling, English, so the whole Brexit FC finished. Am I playing too much FIFA? Am I playing too much Ultimate Team? Let me know in the comments. Am I an idiot for saying that? Why we shouldn't go for both? We should be going for both. We already know the situation with Dorgu, like 25 million package rejected. Nothing more to it. What's this? Fabrizio Romano, Napoli have made contact with Adeyemi. Talks start with negotiating for. So they want both. They want both. Negotiations for Garnacho are still on, but no agreement with United after first bid. Chelsea are also waiting up. We already know this. Because Adeyemi don't play on the left-hand side. Fabrizio Romano, the Dorgu update, he says no doubt. So it's an opinion piece. The second, Damaso said the second meeting has finished between Napoli and Man United for Garnacho. The distance in valuation remains. The parties will update. Napoli have now. This is Alfredo Pedula, but by the way, for Garnacho, who I rate more than Damasio. Napoli have, or is his name Pedula? Pedula? Napoli have broken past the 42 million barrier, including add-ons for Garnacho, but United are demanding a minimum of 46 million plus add-ons. I think this gets done. I really think that gets done. Fabrizio is confirming that Chelsea have asked for Juventus about potential loan until June, but they have they basically no dry loans. They want an obligation if they're going to sell him. We still want 60 million. I think United are playing hardball. And we'll go on to that Garnacho since he's in the title as well. But make sure you're smashing the like button, people. What likes are we on? You know my target. Big up Saeed as well. Saeed, no joke. I don't want him going to Napoli. I want him to go to Chelsea because of two things. One, they'll pay the money. Yeah, we know that. No dilly-dallying around. They'll pay the money. They're very quick at getting their signings in. Two, because the way I will crash it on Ches and I'm getting my Mason Mount lick back. That's it. Mason Mount, PTSD, Saeed. Literally, big up Saeed as well, man. I think this is the first time you've been in there. Let me make you a mod. Add as moderator. Is that what happens when you get 100k, yeah? When you get 100k, you get like a nice little square box around your name. Need that in my life, man. What likes are we on? We're on 67 likes. Please smash the likes. Let's get this to 100. You know what? Let's make this a 150 like target. There we go. Just to remind you, lot, 250 in the house as well, man. And this is surprising, to be fair. I'm surprised many of you are in it. Ineos are effing slow. Look at City. They identified the players they needed and they got them. Yeah, but they ain't got financial complications like us in fair as well. Well, he's not going to Chelsea, so save your oxygen. Yeah, Joe, I know you're a Chelsea fan. I know that. Wolves. See you. Your club is in the mud. Give me Cunha, man. Soon come 100k, inshallah. Yeah, inshallah. Yeah, maybe we'll see, man. Hey, trying to be like you, Said, man. Garnacho at Chelsea isn't a win, in my opinion. At least he can stay fit. It's a win for us. If they pay 60 million, it's a win for us. I don't care what he does at going to Chelsea. I don't care what happens. Just give me the money. Personally, that's just me. United should grab that cash. Absolutely. What else is there? Tell Amorim to buy every Sporting Lisbon player and sell their current squad except Højlund. What? I'm selling Højlund right now. Ahmad, Kobe, Garnacho. Nah, he needs to go. Toby, Colin, Bayinde. So basically, all the young bucks can stay and Bayinde, yeah? I understand. We should 100% trigger the Alvaro buyback. Yeah, we should. Big up Jordan in the building as well. You're doing well, Cass. You rock and hope. Good opinions generally. Love your show with Lee. Yeah, big up, man. We don't even, you know, the maddest thing. Me and Lee don't have a show together. We just, he's just doing one of his longer stream segments, and he's either said like, give me the link, or he's like, do you want to jump in? Whatever. It's mad. Where will you finish this season? Thoughts? Only God knows, man. Only Allah knows. Inshallah, innit? Inshallah. Big up to 2 Mark show, man. Again, people, you can if you've got channels here, like Sophia's got a channel, so you can see Sophia's name, 2 Mark show. Go subscribe up. Put it in the YouTube bar. Let me know if you subscribed. Emergency streams. The day that Man United get battered and me doing emergency streams is the days. I've lost all composure, man. You know what I mean? I can't run up an emergency stream. It's just my head's got to be sincerely hot to run an emergency stream. There we go. Look, Sophia as well. Go check Sophia's football talk right there, man. Put in the YouTube bar again. Screenshot it. We finished 5th. Wait, Jordan. Remind me. Who do you support again? Wait, everyone in here, if you don't mind, let me know who you support. Let me know what clubs you support. Jordan, wait, are you an Arsenal fan, Jordan? Or are you Man United? Yeah, you're a United fan. Of course you are. Who's the other one that supports? There's another Jordan then that supports Arsenal. I just can't remember who. Abs, you say you support Fulham. Oh, Fulham game score prediction. I don't even want to answer that, man. I don't even want to answer that. I need to see what happens against Rangers first. We'll see what happens after tomorrow, and then I'll give a prediction. We'll see in it. Ajax, I know that. Yeah, big up Toon, big up Foxy. I see you all the time, man. Actually, big up yourself. NBU? Who's NBU? Is that a university or something? Yeah, lots of United fans. That's nice to see. Chelsea, big up Rohan as well, man. Yeah, man. Garnacho, where do you guys think he ends up? Because it's all this stuff. I mentioned all this Garnacho. Obviously the second meeting's been conducted. You know, they're willing to break the barrier. You know, buzzwords, keywords. You know, what other buzzword or keyword there is from Damasio? Guy's such an instigator. It's unreal. Do you reckon? Where does he go? Because I'm in belief that Chelsea are not really actually. They're not actually in for him. I've got a big feeling they're not in for him. I don't think they're going to bid for him. You know, they're still trying to get rid of Nkunku. You know, to see what space they can free up. You know, there's odd links with us and Felix, but I got told by Lewis, carefree Lewis, just it's crap. Like, don't listen to it. You know, they're still trying to offload him, but I just wonder where the space is. Bar Mudryk being out, obviously, it's just why all of a sudden would they want Garnacho? Surely they got other priorities. Surely they look at the striker option, the striking option, or centre back option, and think, yeah. Now they're looking at Douglas Luiz. So that's like 4 positions that they're gonna have to look at. I just don't see. I feel like Chelsea's being used. I think there's like an agreement, but like if you don't know, obviously, I remember seeing this before. They're shaking hands, all that. Todd Bowley, you know, the Chelsea Enterprise, even, you know, and obviously Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I reckon they're using his name as a favor. I reckon it's a favor. I think it's there to just increase his price. I'm not kidding. You know, billionaires all know one another pretty much. They've all had some business hand in hand in some way, shape, form, or another. But I don't actually. There's something within me that just says Chelsea are not really in for him. I don't think Chelsea are going to bid for him either. I can't see it. I think it's Napoli or nothing. And imagine this. I think we get Dorgu regardless of Garnacho's fee. I think that's separate. I think Anthony leaving is the space. That's what told me United's got money, right? Like there is a little bit of money there, but Garnacho frees up a lot more. I just don't. And with all this being so hot, I think United end up accepting, you know, Napoli's final proposal. I don't actually believe United are going to wait up to 60 million or whatever fee to let him go. I think they're just playing hardball to get as much price as possible, or as much of or biggest fee. I don't see it any other way. I think his development. If you're around Garnacho, your development's better in Serie A. It's better around Naples at the moment, and it's better definitely under Antonio Conte for developing your own career, your own footballing skills. 50 million, maybe. I still think it's gonna be. I keep moving around on this chair. This chair's very uncomfortable. I still think, right, it's gonna be 50 million plus. No, sorry, about. I reckon about 48 million plus 8 million in add-ons, 7 million, something that makes up 55 million in general. Now I already see that Fraser. They want Adeyemi as well. I know that. But I think this could be like a counterpart of saying you lot need to hurry up and give us Garnacho and accept something, or we're gonna move targets and go get Adeyemi instead. I reckon it's one of those. You know, they're not going to pay as much for Adeyemi either, so you know it's a lot cheaper for them to do. But they're going to want Conte's going to want his number 1 targets, of course. But they're not going to wait around forever. It already said. I think the president even came out 3 days ago and he said we're not going to wait around for Garnacho forever, basically. Or a source said that the president said that they will have to move on if United keep playing too much hardball. You know, we'd always talk about United are crap at selling, but there's clear improvements. They got about that. We know they got money, so they can spend the money. The figure will definitely be about 49 to 50. I think so. Someone put, what did Alfredo Pedula say earlier? Someone put in a chat. I'm scrolling up to see if I can find it. Someone put the quote in here of what he said. I read it. Here we go. Ridwan said it. Napoli have now broken past, which I repeated, 50 million euro barrier. Man United demanding a minimum of 55 million base fee. So what's 50? Let's do a conversion of that. Is that about 45 million? It could be a little bit more. So United want about 46.5 million pounds as the base fee. This is what I'm saying. They want to make sure they get as much as possible. It makes sense. It makes sense. And that's what links me to the Cunha race. Whatever happens to Garnacho is what I believe the number one target in the list is Cunha. I do reckon that second player that this is just opinion piece again from me. I don't see it being anybody else who come off that list. I don't see who else it could be. You get rid of a left 10, for instance, yeah, and you're going to want to replace him for that left 10 spot. The only left 10 that they actually linked us with in that list, naturally anyway, is Cunha. Everyone else, and Burmo is mainly off the right, can play out front, right? Then there's obviously, what's his face as well? You know, they said Liam Delap. That's an easy target name to say. That's a striker. Why would you want another young striker? Makes no sense. And then, of course, the last one was Jonathan David, who can play across the front three. After seeing Liverpool yesterday, he don't get involved in the play as much, but he's still a solid player and whatnot. He's free in the summer. So why would you want to spend any money for someone that's free in the summer? Even if you want to recruit him early. You can get him for cheap, I suppose, but then you do that now. I do reckon it is Cunha. Now, with all the recent stuff, I think Arsenal also do want him, and there's concrete interest there, but it has to be Cunha. Yeah, but Ross, I think Cherky's a great player, but for me, he's a luxury player. You know, we don't have the team that can cater for him. Off the ball, Cherky's crap. He's actually so crap off the ball. And we always talk about us like trying to close down spaces, you know, getting like pressing and whatnot. You ain't going to get that from him. You know, he will gas out. He's one of the players that will gas out very early. Well, Cunha is just integral. You can't look at it any other way. We was already linked with him. What? Last window, you know, he was linked with Man United. He was loving it. He got that little cheeky smirk. You know, he's smiling. Like, you're grinning. He knows what he is. He's a sought after player and he deserves a big move. Obviously, Wolves don't want to lose him. Wolves are going to want a good 60, 65 million pounds. Go pay that. Whatever Garnacho money's there, go pay that. We need it. It transforms a lot of our attack. You know, I wouldn't say he's mad clinical, but he gets us goals. We get more creativity, and he's a pressing monster. No, I think he is a little bit something special. He's got a little vavavoom to him. For me. The thing is, I need this more than ever, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, and so me and Wolfie, we were having not an argument, we were just debating. We were arguing on Sava on Football Heritage TV, and said Wolfie's whole gimmick was, why would a player choose like basically go to Man United? Why would anyone choose Man United over Forest? This is what Wolfie said, by the way. He's on that 5 p.m. later, which I need to set up the stream for. So on that basis, right? Cunha, obviously, it came out earlier that Forest wants Cunha. They've already been rejected for Vissa. They've been scouting. They want Douglas Luiz. They're interested, and he just doesn't seem to get it. So, anyways, whether you believe it or not, lights out. Yeah, they're a bigger club than Man United. Yeah, sure they are, mate, buddy. They're having one good season, all of a sudden, bigger. Anyways, you're not even in my flipping lane. So. When Cunha ends up coming to Man United, yeah, I'll put my neck on the line there, and he don't go to Forest, I'm going to crash it. And the first thing Wolfie's going to say is, Cunha clearly has no ambition. Why would he want to go to a club that's failing? Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what he's going to say. But it'll be interesting to see who gets in this window. It looks like he's going to go. You know, after his manager's comments, he looks like he's going to go. Forest are in your head. So you're clearly a Forest fan. It's cute. Is this Wolfie's burner account? It's Wolfie's burner account. It's all good. We're on 110 likes. Can we raise this to 150 people? Let's get this to 150. 230 in the house. So appreciate all of you lot. Yeah, even if you're a boyhood fan of a club, I don't believe all that stuff. Money talks, man. Yeah, you can't recall Sancho. That's all. And the last part we're going to talk about is Rashford. Rashford looks like he's going to go to Barcelona. I don't think he goes this week. I don't think he goes to. I don't think he goes there this week. Barcelona is. We spoke in it briefly yesterday. Like Deco was in a meeting with him, and then today he's come out like they're waiting for. What are they? Eric Garcia or Ansu Fati to leave? Maybe even both of them. But it seems nailed on. But I do wonder if there's a twist. Rashford's back in training. Yeah, sure, why not? Get your fitness up. You need to. He's been doing extra, right, to keep himself fit. Fair enough, fair play. I don't think he's going to be in a match day squad. But I do believe he ends up at Barcelona on loan. But does anyone have an odd feeling that he ends up at Arsenal? Or Arsenal coming late? Because imagine Man United do Nick Cunha, right? And I think they're looking at Cunha as a left wing option. If Man United end up going to get him, surely it was already said before that Rashford was one of that, like a target, but on the list or something before. I think this was like 3-4 weeks ago, or it might have been just been speculation. You know, you got a week left potentially to go and get this guy. You don't get Cunha. Why would they not come in for Marcus Rashford? Just saying. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's a mad one. Does anyone believe that Rashford will end up at Arsenal? Who said anything about loaning? We're talking permanent transfer. No, not just a straight loan. Oh, my nose is going off. It's itchy as crap. I do believe he would want to go Barcelona. I don't think he should stay in England. But it would be a funny old game if he does end up at Arsenal. Imagine he wins them the league. Imagine that. There'll be a lot. There'll be a lot going from that. Oh, let me see this. All right, cool. They won't. I don't think he'll go. I can't lie, to be honest. Yeah, everything is pointing towards there. He's definitely going to Barcelona. If we sell Rashford to Arsenal, the AFT meltdown will be biblical. No. Only a couple of them will have meltdowns. The rest of them will be like, no, give him a chance. Robbie's like, no, surely you have got to give Marcus Rashford a chance in this team. He hasn't even played yet. He could win us the league. He was a clutch player at Manchester United and all that kind of bullshit. You already know it. I see it, but who knows anyways. So what else you guys saying? They'll invent a dance. Lecce having our pants down demand. Yeah, but it's euros though, isn't it? They want 30. They want a 34 million package. So, it will get done. Come on, I think we'll get it done for like, because we only offered a 25 million. I think we'll go up to 30 next. DiMarzio again, this aggregator due to the standing negotiations. Yeah, whatever. Probably, again, it's just we'll have to see in it. I don't know, but hopefully there's updates. I would like to go live later as well, if possible. So yeah, we'll see on that notice. We're going to be live at Never a Foul at 5 p.m. with Wolfie, myself, Catch, if people know him, Jay, I think people know him as, and then obviously a couple others, Specs and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to go over to there, and yeah, we'll be live in an hour and a half on the dot. So yeah, big up to everyone, man. Make sure if you go over there, it hasn't got the titles yet, but just make sure you're over there. If you hit the likes when it says play next, and then yeah, we'll be back. So big up to everyone though, man. I appreciate everyone that's actually came in here. Even though Monster's redirect failed, it don't matter. I'm surprised to even see that there's another like 250. So big up to yourselves. What bomber? Oh, Sky Cava. You think I care what they say? We'll see though. We'll talk about it later with Wolfie because Wolfie's now gonna get. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's go over there, man.